Noel and I have always been close. I would sing songs for him and he would teach me about all sorts of things. He's so smart. Uh, Academically, anyway.
Something else to talk about.
Um.
Yes. You can ask me anything.
Does the master, your father, Lord Amel, often retire from the mansion? Eso para alergia. Uno cada 6 horas. I have not seen him around.
Oh, yeah. Father frequently returns home. This mansion is actually our secondary house.
2 houses, and they can't even give us one.
Why do you ask, though?
I was just curious. Nothing more.
Oh. Um. Yes, what is it?
One of the maids asked to see me, so I should be on my way. If you'll excuse me.
Well, alright. See you later then.
Goodbye.
Oh, right, one moment.
Hmm?
Since you're sensitive to the sun, I can pick some roses from time to time for you. For you to decorate your room.
Lord Mel.
That's all. Sorry for holding you up. Why am I so bad at this? She definitely thinks I'm obnoxious. I want to hide under a rock. I want to reverse time and try this over again.
Roses are not becoming of me. He is too kind. If only.
If only.
But then again, I honestly would not be surprised if this game has some LGBT characters.
You have my thanks, Father. And I apologize for being late today.
Now there's something unusual. You not being punctual. Maybe next time we'll go a whole month without rain. Do have mercy on next year's crops, Mel.
You hyperbolize, Father. Oh, I thought he was talking to his, actual dad.
Oh, no.
So, did not something nice happen?
I just met with a pretty girl, but... Huh?
Oh. You look like you're in good spirits.
Do I? No, nothing.
Something did happen, didn't it?
It's all over my face, isn't it?
People prefer an open book to a face of stone.
So it is.
It's not written only on your face, but all over your chest and your arms and your legs and every strand of your hair. People may prefer it, but it's not a good trait to have for social engagements.
What?
Not the kind of engagements you'll be having anyway. I'm sorry, don't look so dejected. For now, at least, there's nothing wrong with that. So tell me, what has you in such a joyous mood, Mel?
You torment me so, Father. We've taken on another maid. You know how that goes, right? Someone new comes and things get lively for a while. All the excitement has gotten to me, that's all.
Oh ho
Because she's so pretty.
ho!
Why are you looking at me like that?
No reason, no reason. You totally bombed when you talked to her, didn't you? So, what family does the little lady come from?
Oh, I don't actually know. I didn't have enough brains to ask for her name.
You don't know?
I was going to ask her, but I missed my chance. Father has returned home, and I can't speak to Mother.
I see. She's caught your eye, has she?
Yeah, she has.
Yeah, at least he isn't denying it.
But the truth is, you're more than just interested in her, are you not?
Yes. Well, yes, no, I...
Well, I spoke too soon.
You truly do enjoy tormenting me. Well, I should be getting home now.
Mel,
Yes?
make certain you find out where she's from. If you're genuinely interested in her, it's your responsibility to determine if she's actually suitable for you.
Thank you, and excuse me. It doesn't matter if she's from a esteemed family or not. No! I'm not in love with her, I'm just interested. This isn't love, no. It couldn't be. After one conversation. This is me we're talking about. Besides, I hardly even know her.
Young sire, blessed young sire, alms for the poor.
It's the same beggar as before. I don't think he's moved since then. But he looks skinnier than last time. He's going to have trouble making it through the summer. I should give him something while I still have the chance.
Alms for the poor, have mercy.
Sorry, but this is all I have to give you.
Ah, thank you very much. Blessings upon you. May the Lord bless your soul, young sire.
Thanks. I feel bad for him, but that's just the way of the world. Farewell. The skies are really clear.
The sun shone
Shone.
fiercely down on the town that day. As was characteristic of the area, cloudy days and rain were frequent during this season, but the sun almost always took the stage the day after a storm.
Even the weather is shunning Mel for his stupidity.
The cathedral standing tall in the center of town, the stone-paved street clacking with the pleasant sound of footsteps, the people peering out from beneath awnings to look up at the sky. In Mel's eyes, it was as if they were all blessed by a divine light. However, not everyone living in the same land was equally blessed. In fact, the blessed were far outnumbered by the Forsaken, even if their time would later come to be referred to as the Golden Age. Elsewhere, back at the mansion, Nellie was causing trouble for the Abigails. On a whim, she had decided to redecorate her bedchamber, so she gathered the maids and put them to work, shouting orders, demands, and complaints. And she had not summoned only her personal servants, but others as well, including the white-haired girl.
Not like that. How many times must I tell you? The tapestry goes by the door. And I don't like the carpet's pattern. Is there anything else we can change it with? Hey, who put this ugly vase here?
Do you want to take over the maid for a while, since I'll probably be doing these two?
Sure. Nellie appeared to be rather irritated, and it was the servants who bore the brunt of her frustration. Though if they found this similarly vexing, none of them showed it. She was a girl who spoke her mind, a trait particular to that time in history. Women of the Golden Age were so vivacious, in fact, that it inspired parody and satire in foreign countries. But no matter how hands-off her parents were, had Nellie been born a generation earlier, or a generation later, she likely would not have been able to act so free-spirited. That day, however, Nellie did not seem to be her usual self. Though she always spoke her mind, it rarely went beyond being childishly adorable. It was unusual to see her in such a foul mood, not even a smile on her face.
Ugh, get rid of all of it. The carpet, the chair, the desk, it's all so ugly.
Is it that time of the month, Nellie?
Don't we have anything better? If we don't, then order it, have it made. You can do that much, can't you? Hurry up and replace them.
Having only arrived that morning, the white-haired girl was unsure what she was supposed to be doing, caught in the middle of a flurry of maids and furniture and fabric. She chased frantically, scrambling Abigails with her eyes and made attempts to help, but not being familiar with the work, she only ended up getting in their way. She probably felt that everyone would be better off with her not in the room. So when the maids ordered to get new furniture made their way out of Nellie's room, she attempted to follow them.
Hold on a second. Yes, you with the white hair.
However, Nellie stopped her before she could take her leave.
What?
The white-haired girl turned back, bewildered, to find Nellie smiling at her. The corners of her mouth turned up into a self-assured grin. There was no trace of timidity or uncertainty in her demeanor. Her flaxen eyes seemed like they would look nice under the light of the sun. Almost the exact opposite of the white-haired girl.
I wanted to talk to you, actually. But Mother never was one to share. I asked her to trade maids, but she wouldn't have it.
Trade? You mean for...
Which is why I decided to completely redecorate my room, because then I would need some extra hands.
But why?
Because Mother and Father refused to tell me anything. Why is that? Who are you exactly? Where did you come from?
Well, at least Nellie's a step above Mel.
Yeah.
Tell me, what house are you from? Why can't you tell me? If we took you in, you must be from a fairly decent family. As a member of the Rhodes family, I have a right to know. Do I not? You can't expect me to welcome a girl into my home who won't even tell me where she's from. I don't know anything about you. I haven't seen you at any parties. I'm... I came from another country. Another country? What country?
Somewhere very, very far away. Turned into a duel between Mel and Nellie for her hand.
I want to see that.
Oh? North of here? East? West? South?
South. It's south of here. I crossed the sea to get here, which is why we have never met before.
How far did you have to travel then?
You can tell she doesn't believe her.
Yeah.
How many times did the sun rise, and how many stormy nights did you face?
Innumerable days and nights we sailed, heading even farther north.
Huh. So, tell me.
Lady Nellie, this is a most wonderful painting.
She tried to brush me off. I won't let her get away that easy. Painting? It's in my room, so of course it's wonderful.
But that one's especially so. You're both so adorable. You, Lady Nellie, and Lord Mel. How old were you when this was painted?
Huh?
Ah, that painting! Goodness, yes, you have a good eye for art. It is magnificent, isn't it? This was done when I was 4 and Mel was 7. You see how we're standing next to each other, holding hands? I was too young to remember it well, but Mel looks like he was really embarrassed. But standing there like statues makes for a boring painting.
Nellie explained brightly. Having completely forgotten she was pressed up against the white-haired girl, she did a little twirl, stopping to face the portrait.
She did. No, I'm not gonna let her distract me. Oh yeah, that painting, it's great.
Though many paintings lined the walls of her room, Nellie was most fond of the one of her and her brother. Two darling siblings standing side by side, the older brother smiling kindly and the younger sister sweetly tilting her head, her cheeks the color of fresh-picked apples. It was like the very embodiment of their happiness. A painting lays its subjects bare, you know. Fortune and misfortune, happiness and sorrow, enshrined on canvas for all to see. And this reflection is not merely limited to the to the point to the point in time it was made either. Did you know, Master, that paintings are alive? They are drawn with a brush over an extended stretch of time, unlike photographs which capture a singular moment. The two have their own individual merits, but a photograph is still, while a painting moves. Portraits reveal both the past and the present state of those they depict.
Mel and I have always been close. I would sing songs for him and he would teach me about all sorts of things. He's so smart. Academically anyway. Nowadays, Mel hardly even goes on walks with me, making excuses like, I'm an adult now. But we used to spend a lot of time playing together in the rose garden.
I see.
The white-haired girl normally had difficulty smiling, but her lips naturally curled upward as Nellie reminisced. A vision of the two happy siblings had probably swelled up in her mind. And I imagine there was a faint trace of envy in her heart as well.
Lady Nellie, you love Lord Mel quite deeply, I see. Yes, of course I do. Mel's smart and he's studious and he's incredibly kind. For my birthday, he gave me this wonderful rose necklace. The jewelry shop he got it from is famous because even the royal family makes commissions from their workshop. So he had to have ordered it months in advance. Just for me. He's a prince. Oh? He's pretty charming, wouldn't you say? That's why I call him my prince. But you know what? Mel's a terrible dancer, and he still hasn't got his feet on the ground yet, and he's so bad at interacting with girls. I know. Oh god, that's awful. I hate that sensation so much, Shades.
Me too.
So there's no one else who would say that about him. He is quite the gentleman. I assumed a woman would be drawn to him. Gentleman? Have you met Mel already? This morning. Briefly. That reminds me. Mel seems to know about her too. What do you think about Mel? As I said, he is a gentleman. That's not what I mean. Don't think I'll let you get away with putting any funny ideas in his head. What? Mel's too trusting. He's pure of heart, so I won't stand for you trying to take advantage of him.
What the hell?
I would never. So you say, but you actually want to get close to him. I wouldn't dream of it, Lady Nellie. He is a man far beyond my reach. You aren't planning on doing anything, are you? No, not at all. And you don't have any romantic feelings for him, do you? Well, Well, do you? I have no romantic feelings for him, Lady Nellie. Somewhere, like, Mel just falls to his knees, clutching his chest. And you won't develop any? I will not. Cock blocked by the sister.
Oh! And with that, Nellie gave a wide, satisfied grin. Even though one has no way of knowing how another truly feels, or how they might in the future.
You wouldn't, would you? Now that I think about it, there are plenty of other boys.
Yeah, for you too.
You getting together with Mel is downright absurd. Indeed. But anyway, back to what we were talking about earlier. Your family. I almost forgot. I wonder the same, Moon. I wonder the same. You haven't told me exactly where you came from, or anything about your...
Lady Nellie, I brought the carpet. Just look at the embroidery. The work of a true artisan. I'm simply in love with it. Surely you will find it to your liking as well.
Wow, you're right. That's a Florentine stitch, isn't it? I wonder whether someone mimicked the style or if it was just imported. Either way, a great find. Let's hurry up and get it laid out. Oh, and we'll have to see how the colors go with everything else.
We have to finish redecorating quickly so I can show Mel. He'll be so surprised. What wonderful taste you have, Nellie.
She's
When
on
the
to
other
you.
when the other Abigails returned, so too did the bustle within Nellie's room. As the white-haired girl watched, a faint smile crossed her lips. Perhaps it was from relief at having escaped Nellie's vision, or perhaps it was love for the other girl in the room.
I like the second option.
Me too. Or perhaps... Oh man, I spoke too soon!
She's so cute.
I just love seeing her demand all this stuff. Ah, Nellie, I'm back.
Did you eat something you're not supposed to, dear Smell? You're unusually cheerful.
That's a weird sentence. Well,
Yeah.
I'm the same as always. Anyway,
Never mind that, dearest Mel. Take a look at my room. I redecorated it today.
so that's what you've been doing hiding away in the house all day, Nellie.
How is that any different than what you are doing? You were in church all day.
I guess. I will look at your room, I promise, but first... do you know where the new maid is?
Kill Bill sirens.
Oh no, she's gonna kill her in her sleep. Now, don't get any strange ideas. I just haven't yet had the chance to introduce myself, and I thought I should as a member of the family.
Ooh, she caught you in a lie.
Oh!
Except you have, and I know it.
Being the eldest son, it would be shameful if she were to pass me in the halls not even knowing who I am, so...
Don't ask me.
What? But you were in the house all day.
She attends to Mother, so why would I know where she is? Though she did help redecorate my room.
You made her help? That's work for the men servants. There was no reason to make the maids do it.
Oh, so you're saying I should invite a bunch of men into my room?
Oh, no.
Scandalous.
I go into your room all the time, Nellie, and you were in my bedchamber just this morning.
Only one man is allowed in my bedroom, dearest Mel, and that is you. So unless you become a servant, which I totally want, I will not ask any of them for help.
Oh, Nellie, you ought to be a little more...
A little more what? If you're going to lecture me, I won't hear it.
What am I going to do with you, my little lady?
What? What? Why are you looking at me like that? We talked about you, dearest Mel, and I'm not going to tell you what she said.
About me? What did she say? Did she say it was cute?
What did I just
That my
say?
stumbling was cute?
She thought you were a loser, and we're dating now.
I'm okay with this, Nellie. I approve. Please, Nellie.
She said that she has no romantic interest in you.
Wow.
I mean, she's not lying.
She's not lying, but she's just going straight for the neck.
Why did that even come up?
Because we're both girls. We talk about things like what kind of boys we like and who's the most handsome.
Did I come up?
Ugh, you were 12. Why do you look so downtrodden, dearest Mel? You look like a sad little boy who can't get his crush to notice him.
Because I am a sad little boy who can't get my crush to notice me.
That face is unbecoming of a prince, Mel. Are you interested in her? That's strange. You haven't even met. Have you?
Ooh. I am not. It's just depressing to find out that someone you've never even met doesn't like you. That's all.
If I'm going to make my move, I must do so soon. I don't have much time. The master of the house isn't around, so next in line would be him.
Moida?
That painting. Moida.
Moida.
Despite his near devastation by Nellie's news, Mel's flaxing eyes continued to wander in hopes of catching sight of the girl. By now it should be quite obvious to you that what Mel was feeling. But the boy himself was having difficulty comprehending the things going through his heart. Emotionally, he was horribly unstable, like a ship without a sail. And still, every time he spotted the white-haired girl, his heart would leap, his whole body jitter with anxiety and excitement.
Wow, me.
He had never felt anything like this before, and as such he struggled to keep these strange emotions in check. Whenever he saw an opportunity, Mel would speak to the white-haired girl. On days he was unable to, he either spent in secluded silence or a distracted daze. Love is a curious thing. It has the power to change those who experience it. Names are overrated.
That's silly.
When he did manage to approach her, he tripped over his tongue. Again and again he talked to her, and again he stumbled. I imagine if you were to take him to see a romance at the theater in his present state, he would cry just as much as this little Nellie. We cry at tragedies because we draw parallels with our own lives. At least, that is what I think. Great tales of romance attain true gravity with the audience only when they are personally familiar with love. Not sure if I agree with that.
Yeah.
In any event, the white-haired girl was, as a result of this, visibly perturbed. She was delighted that he was being so kind to her, but confusion overpowered every other emotion. She appeared to be at a loss for what to do as he clumsily catapulted words and stares at her. But Mel did not back down, though he probably knew not what caused such fire emotion to erupt from within his breast. One's first love, in particular, tends to burn like a wildflower. Wildflower. Whoa! What is happening to my mouth? I did not want to say that. Wildfire. Are you Are you familiar with the sensation, Master? Oh?
There she is. Is she cleaning? No, it looks like she's reading. It's now or never. Boo!
Ah!
Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you.
Okay, Mel.
Lord Mal,
Yes,
you very clearly meant to scare me.
because you just wouldn't notice me.
What a child.
What are you reading? You looked pretty engrossed.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have asked for permission.
It's fine, no need to apologize. Feel free to read whatever you want, and you're welcome to bring books back to your room if you'd like to spend more time with them.
But I was just amazed that the mansion had a library. It must have been a lot of work to collect all these books.
There are some pretty old books in here, too.
Your grandfather's.
Some that he collected, and some even older than that. Take a look at this. I think it's a diary, but it's not from this country. Or this century, for that matter. Maybe a feudal lord? Here, he's complaining about the quality of the harvest. Can this forsaken land only produce over-soured grapes? If only the largest of the, Bonnie, or maybe Bonnier. If only the largest of the Bonnier estates were mine instead. The land there is much more suitable to cultivation. There you have it.
You can read this, Lord Mal.
More or less. I've looked over it several times already, so that wasn't too difficult.
Why would such an old book be here?
I'm not sure. It and all of this was already here when I moved into the mansion.
Have you not lived here your whole life?
I was born at our estate. But to me and Nellie, this is more like our home. We moved when I was still young, and we've lived here ever since. Nellie and Mother have both grown quite fond of it. Father, though, often goes back to the house because he doesn't like all the roses.
By himself?
Yeah, well, sometimes Mother goes with him. But for the most part, he goes alone. But don't get me wrong, it's not because they don't get along. In fact, they act more like teenagers in love than grown adults. It almost makes me sick having to watch it.
This is a wonderful thing to be so close, no matter how old they may be.
True, but still.
There are those in the world who cannot be with the ones they care for, as much as they may wish.
I'm sorry about that. Oh, that's right, the book. What were you reading?
I, wasn't exactly reading. I can't. I do not enjoy reading lots of
I do not enjoy reading lots of text, so I was looking at the pictures.
Is that so? You seem very cultured, so I thought you would be partial to reading. She likes manga. Perhaps you're actually more like Nellie and eschew your studies?
Yes.
I wouldn't have guessed. But you like looking at pictures?
I do.
What else do you like?
What?
What do you enjoy doing? It can be anything.
I enjoy being told stories.
Stories?
Yes. When I was young, my father would tell me tales.
What kind of stories did you like?
There was one about an imprisoned girl.
Tell it to me.
And we will go ahead and end things right here on this cliffhanger. Thank you everyone for coming on by. We are always happy to have people commentating, and it's always nice to have an audience. Go! Run, Moon, run!
Go, go, go!
But as usual, I'm hoping to get back to Hello Charlotte on 8 p.m. EST on Mondays with Jamie. Then 10:30 p.m. EST on Wednesdays, it's Final Fantasy II over at Layfulay's channel. And then once again at maybe 9:30, which would be 6:30 p.m. EST for you on Friday, we'll get back to Fata Morgana.
Yep.
Alrighty. Well, right now, Moon is going to be preparing to start streaming the RPG for Sailor Moon that they made for the Super Nintendo. So we'll be rating her in a moment. It's a very cute RPG. The sprites in it are so expressive. I love it so much. But before that, Kanetsu, you have something that's going to be happening soon that you're going to be vlogging about, yeah?
Oh yeah, so like in about exactly a month, I'm going to Tokyo for 2 weeks for the first time. So I'll be vlogging while I'm there, and I don't really know what I'm gonna do. I just know I'm gonna be like catching a movie while I'm there, and like just going around, and then I'll just post those videos to my channel, which I don't think I've ever linked it or like talked about it much, but I just like talk about anime and manga and novels and stuff.
Yeah, let me go ahead and grab it. There it is. Well, that is Kanetsu's channel. Go ahead and check it out. She has a lot of
Yay.
really neat reviews. And
And you can see my face.
yes, you can see the great Kanetsu's face. But alright, let's go ahead and start the
Raid!
raid. Raid. Raid.
Aw, thank you, Leifule. Thank you, Moon.
Of course. Have a good night or day, everyone, wherever you may be.
Bye-bye.
Okay. And when I
Poor
came
weekend.
to, I was here in the detention center.
How long were you out? Days?
All right, whose line is it anyway? We've got Mickey Mouse. Emma's now Donald Duck. Donald Duck. And Phoenix is Goofy. Go.
Donald Duck, the back alley street fighter cousin of Donald Duck.
Shit, yeah.